Hello and welcome to Soap Secrets. This week it's with me, Rachel, and the ever lovely Claire. You may remember that I stood in for Claire a few weeks ago, but now Hannah's on her hollybobs, I get to ask Claire all the questions.
Hi Rachel.
Hi Claire. Well, I'm hoping there's going to be some great storylines in Holby and Casualty this week.
There's going to be lots, and I have to say, this week it's lots and lots of football, isn't there, Rachel, on ITV and BBC One. So we have to remember that Holby has moved to Monday.
Yes, that's very important because we don't want to miss it on Tuesday, although of course we can catch up with it on iPlayer, but it's not quite the same, is it?
And it's at a different time, it's at 8:30. So this week it's 8:30 Monday. Okay. So I did you see last week's explosive episode when we discovered that the anthrax powder was actually baking powder, Rachel?
It was really shocking, but, I really felt for poor Nikki as well, because obviously that's so frightening. And then it was all to do with Cameron, wasn't it? It was bringing back the memories of Cameron. So
I know. And I'll be honest with you, she took little Juliet back from Amelia and Eli in a massive, massive emotional scenes. I was crying. Eli was crying. Amelia's heart was breaking.
I know, it was really sad, but I feel better for Nikki because I think, obviously having that scare that it might have been anthrax really obviously made her reevaluate her future, didn't she? Yeah. Sort of like thinking she might die. So
yes, it did completely. But do you think she's going to stop being this sort of second Jack and spend more time with little Juliet?
I don't know. She is very like her mentor Jack, isn't she? So I think even though I have a feeling she will throw herself into being a mum, but I think that side to her is very there, isn't it? She's so sort of involved with work.
Yes. So, Holby is on fire. I mean, we've only got to the end of March, haven't we, Rachel? I don't know what to do because every episode is brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, so brilliant. And there's been so many former Holby favourites returning recently as well, hasn't there? Yes. Which is, we've had a few. Yes. So it really kind of makes you remember the history of the show, and how good it's been.
So you're right, because this week we have a blast from the past alert, don't we? Because Dom has a secret interview with former Holby surgeon Michael Spence.
Goodness, Michael Spence. That's Harry Dillon, isn't it?
I know. And he hasn't been in it since something like 2014.
Oh, God, yeah, it must be. It doesn't seem like that long ago, in a way, because he was such a big part of Holby and he was great. Yeah. I loved him.
Yes, he is. So this week, Dom goes to Shoreham Private Hospital and is he going to jump ship from Holby in their dying days? I was quite shocked at this because I always thought Dom was part of Holby, but anyway, there he bumps into Donna because Donna left Holby, didn't she? And so she's singing the praise of the private sector. Will he jump ship and join her? And has Dom cut Sasha out of their mesh project and taken their research to Shoreham Cross Private Hospital? It's really shocking, isn't it?
It is. Well, I think it will be a great loss to the NHS if both Dom and Donna move into the private sector. Yes. Although I think they've been through quite a lot recently, haven't they? So I can kind of understand why they're feeling like that.
So we see him chatting to Michael Spence, who actually hasn't changed. So do we think any other, anybody else could actually pitch up in these last dying days of Holby? You've only got like a month left. So what about Michael French, who played Nick Jordan?
I know, I was going to say that would be my choice because I love Michael French. He's so brilliant, so it would be lovely if he came back as Nick. But also, of course, we had a Jesus, Robert Powell, who played Mark Williams, didn't he? That would be good.
That would be really good. And his daughter, Chrissy Williams, played by Tina Hobley, who was at one point, she was the face of, like Jack is the face of Holby, she was the face of Holby, wasn't she?
Oh, yeah, completely. She was the face of Holby. So I really hope she does come back. You know who else I liked, who's also done a couple of different soaps, is Patsy Kensit.
Yes. Yes, Patsy, of course, was in Emmerdale, wasn't she?
She was in Emmerdale, yeah.
She played...
Yeah, she was great.
She played Faye Morton.
Yeah. Actually, I haven't seen her for a while, so I think, my vote's in for her as well, definitely. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yes. But there are so many, because it's been going for so long that actually anyone could pitch up, couldn't they?
Yeah, that's true. Mind you, they haven't got long left, so they'll have to stuff them all in, won't they, in the next few weeks. But do we also find out a bit more about Madge this week? Because I think last week we suspected there was a little bit more to her than meets the eye, didn't we?
Yes, so we've already seen Madge buying she didn't buy anything, did she? She just had hot water and she got her own tea bag out. So we know she has financial troubles. We know she went to Regina and she is the mole of money. Basically, she did ask Hanson for a pay rise. He dismissed her quite cruelly, I thought. And so Ange knows she is the mole. And this week she is suspended for spying.
Spying? Wow, I wouldn't have guessed that. That's really surprising.
But, just as before she gets suspended for spying, Kylie spots Madge apparently rowing with her husband, and it's clear that Madge is in a lot of pain, and she's hiding it, quite well. But just what is going on? What do you think's going on there, Rachel?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that does sound quite serious, doesn't it, Claire? I mean, is that a suggestion perhaps that her husband, there's a bit of a domestic abuse going on there? That's not good.
No. And so Kylie and Ange, when they're talking about Madge, it's quite interesting. They talk at cross purposes. So Ange is talking about her being the mole, and Kylie is concerned that her husband is abusing her. So anyway,
well, we'll see. I mean, that puts a different spin on it, doesn't it? Because I suppose if you think, she's a mole, she's not a very nice person. But actually, if you think that there's something horrible going on at home, then, there's reasons, isn't there, basically?
Yes. So it's an absolute cracker, another cracker of an episode. So, yeah.
It does. I shall be tuning in for that. Right, well, obviously we've got Casualty up next, but it's not just Holby doing a scheduling shuffle this week, is it? Are we going to get a double bill of Casualty, did I hear?
We do. We've got a double bill. We've got one at 8:40 and 9:30. So, yes.
Wow.
That's a lot of Casualty. And, we've looked into it, and it's not dropping next week currently. So, enjoy this. You've got a double one. So, in the first episode, we see Matthew. Now, I'm just going to say it like he's in a relationship with Stevie, but really it's booty call, isn't it, Rachel?
I think that's pretty much all it is.
I'd like to put a different spin on it, but, I think they're just booty call.
I don't think they're discussing novels, are they? No.
No. So, we know Matthew has been, a doctor in some nasty hotspot war-zoney places, hasn't he? And
yes, was it over in Africa? Has he been to other places as well? Yeah.
So he's having nightmares when she stays over, and he has PTSD. So and while she's asleep, he lashes out because he's in this really deep, obvious nightmare, and he accidentally hits her. He doesn't mean to, and he doesn't bruise her or hurt her, but obviously he wakes her up because someone flinging their arm out and clocks you, you're going to wake up quite quickly.
That's not good.
And she's quite shocked by this, and she does try and approach him about his PTSD, but he's in denial, really in denial, Rachel. And this week he is called to an accident on the road. So we see this prison van take off. It leaves prison and it's going to drop some prisoners off at a security prison and then another one at an open prison. But the people who are going to the maximum security prison, there's a jailbreak, so to speak, and they do something horrible with the truck. They put this nail bed over the road, and the truck, the prison van blows its tyres and it tumbles several times. Two of the prisoners are broken out, but we're left with Nathan, the prisoner that was going to the open prison, very, very badly hurt. I'm talking metal bits going through your chest. hurt.
Well, that's not good. Don't you feel that also? I do feel that there's an awful lot of prison van jailbreaks that go on in soaps. I hope this doesn't happen as much in real life.
Yes, it is quite gruesome actually, this one. And then the prison officer, Yinka, is also very badly hurt. She has badly broken leg and her BP's dropping. See, I was listening when they go BP. I know what blood pressure. And it requires the fire department to cut them free, and Matthew is riding in the ambulance as the doctor, as the emergency doctor, and he has to make life and death decisions, and they are very, very badly hurt, and they don't think Nathan's going to make it, and he has to make a tricky and distressing decision, and we see just how much this PTSD is affecting him and his work. Can he save both Yinka and Nathan?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because obviously, if he's been in war zones and places, then he has the skills to deal with a situation that's severe. But I do feel like we've been getting more inklings about what he's gone through, and I do feel sorry for him, because obviously that's a terrible thing. But really, if he's not dealing with it, Claire, I mean, I don't think really he should be working in the hospital, should he?
No, because he's freezing. He's freezing at crucial moments. So
yeah, could be dangerous.
Yes.
But then the second part of the episode, I think it's going to be quite heartbreaking, isn't it? The second episode that comes along.
I cry buckets. I always cry. And this one, it's all about mums, though. It's not Mother's Day. It's not Mother's Day till the 27th of March.
They're getting in early.
Getting in early for this one, and that's the day the clocks go forward as well on Mother's Day. So no mums get any lie-ins. So yeah, we see Teddy's mum Gaynor. I love Teddy. He's such a great character, isn't he? Anyway,
everybody does. He's great. And have we seen Gaynor before?
No.
I think no. Okay.
Have we? I don't recall her.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember now. I think, I don't think we have. So this is going to be interesting.
Because she has a bad relationship with her sister Jan.
So
Gaynor is concerned about Teddy, and we have to ask, is she right to be? And we have another Robin storyline this week, Rachel. When she's dropping her little daughter Charlotte off to school, she spots across the playground little Kendra, one of Charlotte's classmates, lying on the floor after having an asthma attack, and obviously they quickly call an ambulance. And she's taken to Holby City, where Stevie and the guys treat her.
How about poor little Kendra? Is she going to be all right?
Well, Rachel, she is in a serious way. Can Stevie and the team save her?
Oh, well, I really hope so, because I know you won't be able to tell me, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to watch it if they don't. That's awful.
You have to tune in. It's a great episode. Tissues at the ready.
Oh, well, we'll do. Oh, well, thanks so much, Claire, and thank you for listening. Hannah will be back next week for more drama gossip.